Hello folks, welcome to monthly mashup. It's actually 2 monthly mashup because I missed last month's. I've been doing various things and stuff being going on in my personal life with my health. But yeah, so monthly mashup. Lots of new stuff. I've been doing lots of new stuff. I've got a second 3D printer. I've got some RC cars that have made their way onto the channel. I'm going to be doing some figures that are going to come into the channel soon as well. Some miniature figures, Monster Customs, although in the very first video I put out, which was my channel preview, which is like a year old now, something stupid like that, nearly. In fact, it might actually be a year old now. On my channel preview, it's all Hot Wheels and all cars, customs and Gaslands. It's taken a bit of a swerve. It went to Gaslands and we added some 1/32 scale bigger stuff in. And now it swerved again slightly. Back to my roots, which is miniature figure painting, so Warhammer and bolt action stuff, things like that, the Walking Dead stuff, Fallout, the game, etc, etc. And then obviously RC cars as well, which is something I've had an RC car for a long while, but I've not modified it. And obviously the Crawler Diaries is my RC car stuff. Behind me you can see I've got more than a couple of RC cars, a whole shelf full of controllers there. Other stuff I've got in the works at the moment is, like I say, some figures. So I've got some Shadespire, Warhammer Underworlds figures. I've been doing some Zona Alpha stuff. So we'll do some videos coming up on those sort of things. Got some other videos planned with some. Let me sit up straight. Got some other videos planned with some weathering techniques again, and I'm getting some new stuff from Green Stuff World next week or so. Excuse me, direct from Green Stuff World. So we'll talk about their paints as well. So they're cleverly their paints. You can use either airbrush or normal. And they seem quite good. They've got quite good coverage. One of my recent videos I did some of their weathering stuff. And you know what I mean? I've got a whole shelf full of weathering gear. It's the thing I enjoy doing the most. I've just recently finished this today, which is an incredibly cheap RC car. Mechanically it's not very good, but it will be better because I've put in different stuff underneath it, but I've done all the bodywork. It was this dark blue and I've used sponge on it, weathering all the way around, painted the hood black, added some modifications like the Toyota badge on the back, and a little Toyota badge on the side here, Hilux badge, because it's basically what it is a Hilux. It's come out really, really nice. So yeah, so I've been doing bigger scale stuff as well, but it's all vehicle based. We're going to move on to figures as well, I think, because at the Hot Wheels scale, 1/64 scale, I've got lots of figures that I want to paint up, and then I've got some stuff at 28mm scale, some Mad Max stuff, which I think it'd be quite nice to paint up. Good thing about that as well is when I'm doing the 1/32 stuff, like this, which I'm working on at the moment. They're the Jada Fast and the Furious cars. I've got some figures in that scale as well, so I can do some little dioramas. I'm just going to turn the camera around and talk you through, because I've moved, my whole workspace has changed, and I've got rid of my big diorama that was to the right of me. Just give me a second. So yeah, so as I say, my desk is still my desk. I've got all my magazines and reference material there. This is all still the same as it was. That always has been. This has changed. I've taken my diorama apart. The board's over the back there. I took it apart purely because I needed space for my computer, so I was doing more design stuff. Also, it flows a bit nicer. Still got all my cars there and some bits there. I'll be talking through some stuff on there because there's some stuff that no one's seen yet, really. Yeah, so that's how it is over this side. And then here's my kitchen. I've got my 2 3D printers now, and my Cura metal wash. Got my wall of stuff my partner's drawn for me, and some other stuff, some artwork and stuff, and some Fallout stuff. I've got all my bins here. The labels are all wrong, but this is where I keep all my stuff. My painting mat. Some new Green Stuff World paints, which I'm yet to use, which I'm looking forward to. They're basic stuff. It actually has quite a good range in it. So I might be painting one of these Shadespire figures in that. And then now I've got my RC cars. My highly modified FTX Outback, Axio SCX 24. That's a Maisto cheapie. That's the body from the FTX original. WPLC 24 and an FMS Atlas 6x6, which is these two are my newest two purchases. Super happy with both of these as they are. That's really it in here. So not much has changed. I've also blocked up these two windows because they lead out to the street almost. I don't want people to see I've got 3D printers even though it's got frosted glass. Because that'd be a bugger. Like I said, I've moved this around, got my Strife. I've got my desk and I've got all my crud underneath and my bin. So that's really how that is. So what we do is I run through all the cars and stuff that I've been working on the last couple of months. And stuff that I've got coming in the future, which is some of the stuff's on my desk there. So put the camera on a tripod and we'll talk about it in a sec. Right then folks, let's start the start of the month, well 2 months back. I've got my Professionals Ford Capri, or the Unprofessionals Ford Capri should I say, with one of my V8 engines, one of my roof racks and one of my minigun setups on it. A couple of North Star figures inside it, and some mesh, front hobby mesh that I got from Howling Terrain. The rear was in my bits box. I'm not sure where that's come from. It looks like screen mesh. But yeah, Buddy and Dale, or whatever I called them. There's a bit of a piss take. Also, I had to have painted gold. My dad had a Capri Laser 1.6 in this exact colourway with the rubberized little duckbill rear spoiler and stuff when I was a kid, which got written off by a lorry unfortunately. But yeah, my old man had it had pepper pot wheels on it as well, but we've got 5 spokes on this. But yeah, that came together nicely. That's a Matchbox, I believe. Oh, it's a Corgi. I do apologise. Next up is this, which is a complete, well, I'll put what it actually is next to it. So it is a 3D printed chassis, engine and grille all together. The one that I've just put next to it's got headlights on it. On my one they failed, but I used them anyway because that's what I wanted to do. But yeah, so it's a complete replacement for a 32 Ford, which turns it into what is there with an inline 8 in there as well. So it's an inline 8-cylinder engine, based off a real one. Engine's plumbed to the radiator like it should be. Exhaust manifolds on one side with a slightly different exhaust to the one that I've got here, as that was a pre-production one. But yeah, that came out really, really nice. Kept the decals that are already on the 32 Ford shell, just buffed them up a bit, added the red tailgate, etc, etc. So that came out really nice. It extends it massively though, like compared to normal 32 Ford, which stops about here. But yeah, something else I've got on my eBay page for sale, just to make 32 Fords bigger. Next up, what should we have next? Talk about this is a bit more product centric this month because I haven't shown a lot of this stuff off. Got this slammed Chevy Nova gasser with one of my engines. It's on one of my bases as well. It's just super glued down on this because it's for me. It's on one of my 55 gasser bases, which means that you can slam it. You have to cut all the inner wing away though, so that's a bit of a pain on that. I'll leave that spinning. I also did the same for the Chevy Nova gasser. Same thing. You have to cut the inner wings away again. That's one of my bases on there as well. That's a production or pre-production one there as well. I haven't painted it. It's just green for display purposes. Made this Bosch Master Blaster. It's got my skull totems, my roof racks, and one of my massive Druden engines in there. That was Chevy Nova. Increase the track of it. All that good stuff. Walton style decals. All the good stuff. It's got a rear mounted flamethrower as well. It's the only weapons it's got on it. Just sort of like a bit of a debate about that, or would you have rear facing weapons or not to play? It's up to you, innit? But yeah. Something else I made. It's one of these Honda City turbos with a rear mounted sort of fan propelled engine and some rocket pods. Again, my stuff. Hacked the hell out of this to get that to fit, but it came out good. Yeah, enjoyed the little Honda City turbo. It matched the wheels as well to the body, to the paint job that I've sanded back and weathered appropriately on that. And we've got this, which is the model I use to show off my engines. So it's got Monster Customs decals that Tom at Walton Style made for me, based on the design that Chad did at Televised Carnage for me. So a load of name dropping in a row there, but yeah, so it's got one of my roof racks with the spotlights on it. It's got one of my zombie engines on it, but I can take it out and replace it with any one of my engines like this one. New engines at the moment are the ones with the screaming skull. I'll let that spin around. And I've got a Bender Futurama one as well, which is a bit weird, but I had to. I've done some of my engines with and without radiators. It just depends what you want. Obviously with this one, it fits with the radiator. Same with the Bender. So you can see that. Let's take that out for a second, and I've got this one with the big intake, which is a casting failure. That one, it didn't come out quite as well as I wanted it to, so that's mostly a failure. So there we go with that. Other new stuff that I've got at the moment is more realistic engines I've made. So I've got a Honda K series, I've got a 2JZ Datsun engine, like the 510s having it, and a VE12. I had to count then. Yeah, so they're not out yet. Those are the painted models for. Hang on a second. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, those are the painted models, or the painted versions that I need to finish up painting, and they can go on eBay to be sold. Something else I've been working on is this. It's 32 forward again, to make a proper Elvis. This is my Elvis. My version of Elvis with two 32 Ford engines on it, and then two exhausts, etc. But that version, that part there is to make your own Elvis. It's got my MCA branded engines on it, but I can put any engine on there I want really. And it's just a test piece. It's not 100%. It needs a bit of work. I need to get down to it and get it working. So hopefully be able to sort that out. The exhausts are similar to in the film. They're just a bit too long, so that needs work as well. They come out at pretty much the right angle, so we're getting there. We're getting there on that. I hope to be able to do the Elvis chassis soon, because I think it's cool. A lot of people will be after it. Other than that, I'd only do the chassis. I wouldn't be doing the gun or the back part, purely because the gun is easy available on the North Star sprues. There's a 30 cal on this. I think it's a 50 cal in the film, but it doesn't make much difference, to be honest. So something else I've been working on. Other than that, I've been working on some gates. These are proper work in progress at the moment. Just grab a couple of each. So I've got some car fronts left over from my totems project. They're going to be finished. There's two of those. They're going to be like checker painted as a finish line. Then I've got some gates with some barrels and some tyre stacks. These came from the Cars, the film Cars. There we go. And then for a start gate, these are for a fellow in Spain for his War Gaming Club to start off. Let me just lift the camera up a sec because it's too tall. This is what I've got so far for a start gate. It's just one of those Hot Wheels stage light things from one of the drag strip sets. But yeah, that's going to be painted up. I'll add some hanging skulls and stuff, and that's going to be a start gate, which would be cool to sit in the middle. I might put like a stack either side. We wanted to do gates that. Sorry, just having a drink. We wanted to do gates that were not tall scaffolding built things like lots of people do. Nice and easy to pack away, to put out, but still noticeable as gates. I've done signs, so that they look proper rough and ready. That was the main thing. I forgot to talk about something else I've sorted out or been doing lately. These cars with all the decals on. These are self-adhesive vinyl. I'll put a link to the folks that make these in the description below. I've been working really closely with them. We've got some unique products coming out really soon that we've been working on. I'm super happy with how these come through. This is my collaboration with Indie Print. If you've not heard of them before, they're also known as Warpaint 40,000. I did a review on them quite recently. Yeah, Warpaint 40k, Warpaint 40,000. They've got a couple of different names, but yeah, their stuff is top notch. So we've got this Miyazaki again. Someone pointed out that it's meant to be Z rather than S. I don't think it makes any difference. I wouldn't say everyone's illiterate in the post-apocalyptic world, but I don't see that making any difference. So that came out really well again. Got another super impressor here. Got some of the Hello Kitty wraps on it, just for a laugh. Just let that spin right round. Turntable's a bit slow today because it's overcast. My daylight bulb it knows it's not real sun. But this one I did the roof as well. And then finally I've got this Corolla, which has got a full body wrap in skulls. We're looking at full body wraps, doing full body wraps, rust effect. That skull's was like a test piece. The new one's going to be, I had to cut that into pieces. You probably saw a video of it because I did a video for it. But yeah, so the new stuff's going to be orientated correctly. There's new skulls. There's coming out to be some rust effect ones as well. So, and that's all because of the C10 I did, the Axial C10 RC car. We were talking about it. I got these from eBay. These panels. Just grab that. Here we go. So I got these panels from eBay, and you can see there's panel lines in there and stuff like that. It's very rough and ready. But I'm most pleased with this tailgate. But yeah, so with these, oops. So they're self-adhesive. They're not as good as these ones. They're good, but they're not as good, not by far. So I've been talking about doing some bigger stuff as well, but that's sort of in the works. I'll show you through my other RC cars while we're here. Spin around. Got my FTX Outback Mini, which everyone's seen for if you've been watching the channel, because it's been on the last 3 videos I did, Crawler Diaries. My C10, which is going to be in an upcoming video, which is an Axial SCX 24. I've got my a really old Maisto. It doesn't drive anymore. It's just like a shelf thing. Then I've got my WPL C24, which is basically a Toyota Hilux, which I like a lot, which is my newest one. And this FMS Atlas 6x6, which I'm super in love with. I've done some scale stuff on this, checker plate, some fuel cans, wing mirrors, and some badging as well on the hood as well. On this one I've done like headlight grip, headlight eyebrows, side step, and tailgate. Some number plates I'm just doing now, drying. What else have we got coming on? Box of crap. Got a doof wagon, which I had filmed a build on. Bring this back over here. Which I had filmed a build on, and then I promptly lost the footage. I swapped phones to a new phone, and I didn't save. So there's the doof wagon. Lots of speakers on it. I'll just grab this up. My tripod's broken as well, so I'm just using my hand. Yeah, loads of speakers, loads of 3D printed speakers. Got some zombies on there, and we've got a guitar player at the front, loads of hoses and stuff. So that's one of my work in progresses at the moment. Got some police, got some higher patrol stuff coming along, and I've got this Fast and Furious car that I've modified. My post-apocalyptic 1/32 scale stuff. Tyres off because I need to give it a spray. I've got my 3D printed rear bumpers, my 3D printed front bumper, which I'm going to be doing in Hot Wheels scale. This is one of the test prints I've done, so you see one's shattered there. So these are going to be coming soon. They're either as bumpers or over bumpers. Obviously I've cut into the bodywork to fit those bumpers, but stuff like this can fit on 4x4s, etc. They're work in progress. They're coming soon, hopefully. Let me just swap this back around again. Yeah, so there you go. That's what I've been up to in the last month or so. Designing some products, getting big into RC. There will be more RC content because I'm getting big into it. again. But there's still be the standard content. I haven't done a build video for a little while. Just start doing again. Now I've got my sorted out a little bit better. Have some more review videos. Once the new vinyl stuff comes, we'll do another video of that. I'll do a how-to. It's relatively easy. This was the first thing I ever wrapped, and it came out pretty good. I did it on camera as well, but I've been boning up on how to do it properly. So we'll do a video on stuff like that, especially the rust effect stuff, which I'm looking forward to, which will be awesome. Yeah, apart from that, not much else going on stuff-wise. I've got some figures that I've painted, but for Zona Alpha, but we'll leave those until I actually paint some for viewing pleasure. I class them still as a custom because I'm custom painting them, so that's how it's going to go. And it's my channel, so I decide what goes on and what doesn't. I had a drift car for a bit. I got rid of that because I've got nowhere to drift, so that's handy. I saved you all from that. Other than that, it'd be some more crawling stuff, some more RC stuff. Just anything that I can make or create or change. That's the whole reason to get into the bigger scale stuff, because that looked bright blue and there, and now it looks nice. Same with the other RC cars. I got them because I wanted to experiment on something bigger. I work quite well on the bigger stuff, I think. So yeah, that's it really. Nothing else I can think of to tell you all. No, that's it. All right then, folks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you everyone next time.